KIJHL is now moving into the final 3 weeks of the regular schedule. The Soyuz Coyotes are the first team to clinch a division title. They did that with a win last week at the North Okanagan. It's the third Okanagan division title for the Coyotes in their 5-year history. Coyotes are 7 points ahead of Fernie in the overall standings, and each team has 8 games remaining in the regular schedule, which ends on Valentine's Day. The only undecided placing in the Okanagan division is a third-place battle. Princeton with 41 points and Kelowna with 40 with a game in hand. Fourth place meets the Soyuz in the opening playoff round. Now back to Fernie again, as they are just a win away from clinching first in the Eddie Mountain division. The battle really is for second place in the extra home game in the opening round, as Kimberly leads Creston Valley 53-52. Each has 8 games left. Golden has fallen off the pace. They're 6 points back with only 7 games remaining. Are most likely going to end up going against the Ghost Riders in their opening round. Although Beaver Valley is not clinched first in the Neil Murdoch division, they do have breathing space with a 5-point lead over Castlegar and 2 games in hand. Castlegar, though, is only 3 points ahead of Nelson. The Leafs have 2 games in hand, while Spokane looks to be just out of contention to climb the third spot, will once again be beating the Nighthawks in that opening round. Now, where each division has teams with X's all over it, meaning they qualify for playoffs, the Doug Burke's division looks naked by comparison. Kamloops with 58 points, 6 more than Chase and Sicamous, and the Storm at 2 games in hand. 100 Mile House is 47, which is 8 more than Revelstoke, but the Grizzlies have 2 games in hand. The Storm, though, could almost clinch first, as their next 2 games this weekend are back-to-back home games against both Chase and Sicamous. Keenan Haase had the hat trick as Kimberly beat Columbia Valley 6-2, and for the Dynamiters, they continue on a 7-game unbeaten streak. Chase's Michael Byer got his first shutout in junior hockey. On the same night, Aiden Doak picked his first KIJHL shutout as Revelstoke blanked the Princeton Posse 4-0, and another shutout the same night as Summerland put it to North Okanagan 5-0, and Brett Huber got his 3rd shutout of the season. Tyler Fife with the hat trick, leading Nelson over the Braves of Spokane 5-3. Then the following night, Tanner Stoltz hit a hat trick performance for Spokane, but that was still short. They lost 5-4 to Castlegar, and a game right in the Eagles Arena in Spokane. Spokane really needed those 2 wins to have a realistic shot at a 3rd place finish. And Sunday, Jack Mills had a 3-goal performance as Summerland beat Kelowna 5-2. He had a power play goal, an even strength goal, and a short-handed goal into an empty net. Soyuz Coyotes had a relatively uneventful game and a 3-1 win over Kelowna, which was in contrast to the game with Summerland played at Oliver the week before. Tuesday night, the Coyotes will be up in Summerland, and the Steam have been frustrated over some close losses, and their last game at Oliver had quite a chippy element to it. Coyotes will host North Okanagan Saturday night, January 31st, and the Chuckaduck jackpot now gaining interest. It sits nicely at $700. Aaron Azevedo of the Coyotes, after being missing for 6 games due to an injury, thought he might have been out of the KIJHL scoring race. Not so. Now sits 2nd with 56 points, just 2 points behind Doan Smith of the Fernie Ghost Riders. Brett Souls of the Soyuz leads goaltenders with a 2.05 goals against average. Bailey Stevens of Princeton is next at 2.43, and the Coyotes' Lawrence Langham right behind at 2.44. In the next week or so, the KIJHL website's playoff bracket will begin to take shape, and once playoff teams are established, they'll set up the playoff dates as soon as possible, as both attendance at the games live and on the pay-per-view increase during what we all call the second season. Looking at the KIJHL on CIRO Radio 106.5, I'm Tom Shields.